Hi guys and welcome to Crazy Pepper Revenge. This channel is all about crazy true stories, stuff that happens in real life when things get a little bit messy, people dealing with drama, cheating, lies, breakups, and even revenge. Some stories are wild, some are emotional, but all of them will keep you watching. If you like real talk and real situations, you're in the right place. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stick around. This is Crazy Pepper Revenge, where the stories get spicy.
This happened about a year ago, and I'm still processing the nuclear fallout. I was married to Brenda for 5 years, and she had an 18-year-old daughter, Karen, from her previous marriage to Marcus. And Miss Yusuf Drunk, who'd beaten Brenda nearly senseless before their divorce. Police sirens, restraining orders, the whole nightmare. For 5 years, we had a decent routine. I provided a comfortable life, paid for Karen's car, college fund, everything. But things started getting weird when Brenda became obsessed with her phone, always locked, notifications hidden. She'd flip the screen down whenever I entered a room like I was some intruder. Months of this turned me into a paranoid wreck. After weeks of suspicious behavior, I hired a PI for $2,000. Money I could have put toward Karen's college fund. The truth crushed me. Brenda was secretly meeting with Marcus, the same man who destroyed her life with drunken rages. She was choosing him over me, lying to my face, and sleeping with him. One morning over coffee, Brenda dropped the bombshell. The sunlight filtered through our kitchen window as she folded her newspaper with shaking hands. "I need to tell you something," she said, voice trembling. "I'll be out of the house for a month. I'm going to stay with Marcus. It's his birthday month, and I want to make it good for him." My blood went cold. "So what exactly are you planning over there? You going to be his cook, cleaning lady, and lover all rolled into one?" She flared up. "Don't call me a maid or hooker. I'm going to be with him as a wife might be with a husband." "But you already have a husband," I said quietly. "Remember the vows we took?" She shrugged. "It's not cheating if I told you. I'm being honest, so it doesn't count as betrayal." Then Karen chimed in with teenage contempt. "Mom has her needs and desires. She doesn't have to sit around waiting for you to be interesting or whatever. She's free to do what she wants. You don't own her." I realized Karen wasn't just supporting this. She was the mastermind. The PI photos showed her present during some visits. She'd been encouraging this entire fiasco, probably hoping to reunite her parents while I kept funding their lifestyle. I stayed calm and said fine, but we'd need a legal separation for those 30 days. No financial support from me for either of them, and I'd be free to do whatever I wanted too. Brenda arrogantly signed the papers without reading a single word. Karen kept encouraging her, whispering, "Brian can't do anything about it. This is just for show. He'll still be there when we get back." The moment they left for Marcus's place, I executed the plan I'd been crafting since the PI revealed the truth. First, I sold Karen's car, in my name, bought with my money. She'd always complained about the color anyway. Then I sold Brenda's treasured car that she'd post on Instagram like she'd paid for it. Next came the real kicker. I drained our joint accounts. We had a solid sum there, money for bills, vacations, emergencies, and Karen's college fund. I was the main contributor. Brenda barely chipped in. I transferred everything to an offshore account I'd opened discreetly. If Karen wanted college, she could ask her precious father Marcus to pay. I also put the house up for sale and changed the locks. For good measure, I canceled their phone lines that were in my name. Petty maybe, but justified after everything. For days, I enjoyed actual peace. Coffee without anxiety, decent sleep without Brenda's phone lighting up at 2 a.m. with suspicious texts. Then, on day 5, the calls started. Brenda tried my cell repeatedly, then Karen left increasingly confrontational voicemails. "Brian, pick up, you a-hole. We know you did something with the money." Mom's card got declined. When I finally answered the house phone, Brenda demanded, "Where the hell are you? Why did you empty our accounts? Everything's been cleared out." I laughed. "What are you talking about? You agreed to separation." "I can spend my money how I want. I wanted a Jamaican vacation, so that required funds. You can't do that. Karen's college fund was in there. I sold my vehicles too. You didn't pay a dime on them. You're staying at Marcus's anyway. Let him buy you new ones." Karen's voicemails grew more vicious. "You piece of crap. You think you can just not pay for my college? I'll sue you for domestic abuse or something. My dad said we can get a lawyer to spin this as your fault." What am I supposed to do? Take the bus like some loser? You are so going to regret this. I saved that message as evidence of her extortion threats. Any residual fatherly sympathy evaporated. She wasn't my daughter biologically, I'd never adopted her, and she'd always treated me with resentment. 2 weeks in, they showed up during my eviction proceedings. A battered sedan sputtered to a stop as movers loaded my belongings. Karen jumped out screaming, "You mother, what the hell are you doing with all my stuff?" I told the movers calmly, "Everything here is under my name. If anything belongs to them, they can talk to my lawyer." Karen tried to barrel past the burly mover to attack me physically, but he blocked her. "Ma'am, you can't be in here while we're working." "Don't you dare touch my daughter," Brenda snarled. "Not anymore," I said. "You signed separation papers. I'm the owner. If you want to claim something, show the receipts." Karen lunged forward, clawing at my arm. "You can't do this. You owe me a college fund." "You promised me a future, you worthless a-hole." The movers had to restrain her as she screamed, "I'll freaking kill him." I pointed at the eviction notice pinned to the door. "You two wanted this separation. Go stay at Marcus's permanently." "I don't owe you anything." Brenda's face turned scarlet. "This is exactly why I went back to Marcus. You're a cold, heartless bastard. Marcus may have been rough, but at least he had a real soul." "Sure," I said flatly. "I'm the cruel one. I never touched you, never threatened you. I gave you a comfortable life, car, house, money for your daughter's college. That's cruelty, right?" Karen shrieked through bitter tears. "You'll regret this. You're going to pay for humiliating us." They stalked off, cursing, the sedan sputtering away. Their lawyer tried claiming abandonment and psychological misuse, demanding child support. My lawyer demolished them in court with the PI's evidence of Brenda's affair. The judge, almost amused by the brazen manipulation, granted divorce under adultery. "Tough luck, lady," he said to Brenda, barely masking his disdain. I owed them nothing. The remainder of our joint account, a paltry sum I deliberately left, went to Brenda. Might buy them a few months' rent or help fix Marcus's sedan. A month later, I heard they'd moved in with Marcus full-time. It wasn't the rosy family reunion they'd hoped for. Marcus was back to his drunken rages, backhanding Brenda for frowning. Karen, who'd championed her father, now took public transportation, dealing with classmates' stares and whispers about why she no longer had a car. I felt no compulsion to rescue them. They'd made their choice, humiliating me and brazenly flaunting their betrayal. Not my problem anymore. I took a partnership in Bangkok and started over. Months later, settling into my new life overlooking the Chao Phraya River, my phone rang with an unknown American number. "Brian?" A small, shaky voice I recognized as Karen's. Gone was her usual abrasive tone. "You've got 60 seconds. Spit it out." I'm pregnant," she said, voice cracking. "My father Marcus is flipping out. Mom's furious. They kicked me out, literally threw me out. I'm staying at a friend's, but can't stay long. I have no money, not even enough for prenatal care. I'm scared, Brian. I don't know what to do." My mind reeled. Karen was pregnant at 18, cast aside by the very father she'd championed. "Please," she pleaded. "You can't leave me like this." "I'll do anything. I'll never disrespect you again. I promise. Can you help with some money for rent or something?" Memories hit me, her scornful eyes, vicious insults, glee in pushing her mother toward Marcus. Her hateful voicemails, the eviction scene, attempting to claw my face. "No," I said flatly. She gasped. "What? You're just going to let me rot?" "You told me once that your mother could drink from any watering hole she wants." "Well, go find another watering hole now. Karen, I'm not your father. I owe you nothing. You orchestrated all this and now want me to bail you out?" She started sobbing. "I was a kid. I messed up, okay? Please, Brian. You have the money." "I do have the money, but I have zero inclination to give any to you. You helped destroy my marriage, called me every name in the book, threatened to sue me for domestic abuse, and now you want my help?" "I'm pregnant. I'm scared. Karen, I'm hanging up now. Good luck. You made your bed. Lie in it. Brian, don't do this to me, please." I pressed the red button. My heart hammered with adrenaline. Anger, pity, sadness warring inside me. But the bitterness of betrayal won out. She was pregnant and desperate, and I sent her straight to hell. No regrets.